All right, there we go. Minus the brightness of the light, but anyway, we're here. My wife got a new keyboard, throwing me for a loop. What's everybody up to tonight? Finish getting this going here. Maybe. Hey, Cole, Michael, Logan, PA Trapping. How we doing, fellas? Well, this might not work out here on the big screen. Logan Klein 09. Got a big wow, you're quick. Got a big plan for this year. So if any of you all saw my Facebook post, I am going to have more ground scouted this year than I've ever had before. Montana Wolf Trapper, how we doing, buddy? It's been a while. Don, PA starts in 1 week. Awesome. Oh, it's going good, Dan. Going good. Just got my daughter to bed. She's got her 6th birthday party tomorrow. Her birthday's not officially until Monday, but tomorrow afternoon we're throwing her a birthday party. So, but anyway, yeah. As of right now, I have 513 locations mapped out, with probably another 60 to go. So, I am pumped. Homestead Outdoors, how we doing? Yeah, we haven't heard much from Montana recently. I think the last thing I saw from him was this is the last video, and I was like, is this for the year, for until trapping season? What's going on with that? Logan Klein of 09, already caught 11 coon and 5 skunk. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Right, BJ? Hey, Dale's in here. How we doing, Dale? I was just talking to you the other day. Pretty awesome goal you still got there, Dale. That's pretty, how things switched up on you, but that's pretty cool. That's amazing if you're able to hit that. Bobby, how we doing? No, I'm getting pumped up, guys. It's kind of crazy here right now. We've got some, I don't know, Dale, I wouldn't call it weird weather, but we are getting some really cold snaps really early. It's kind of confusing in a way. I got kind of sidetracked roofing here this last week, but we got Monday, Tuesday coming up with lows of like 24 and 28 degrees. Way too early for that. Does make me kind of nervous. We were having an early winter, but is what it is. We're gonna push through it one or another. Oh, cool, BJ. Awesome, man. BJ's got some stuff. I'm getting tanned. I'll have some of it done next week. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. So I appreciate it, man. I talked about BJ on here last week, guys. Trying to think who it was asking if he can do moose or elk. And I wasn't sure, and I talked to him since, and he said he is fully capable of doing so, which is pretty cool. Set some traps out and caught 2 coons on cat food and honey. Awesome, Colt. That's awesome, man. Logan, I will not, don't take offense to this, but I will never share my exact location. Mostly because, 2 reasons. One, I do kind of worry about people, coming to my line and moving on, which I have learned. I've had a few locals do that, including this year. It sounds like it's going to happen even more, which is, whatever. But 2, because of YouTube, I've had enough threats and stuff. I've literally had people email me and message me on Iowa Trapper on Facebook, of the terrible things they're going to do to me and my family. And I just, it's best that I don't ever share exactly where I'm at, mostly for safety purposes. People are pretty ridiculous anymore. Not saying that this, you guys are, but just, I love talking trapping with you guys, but you never who's in here listening and what they're really capable of. So, part of kind of like you'll never see a picture, you'll never see my daughter on my channel. Me and my wife both agreed. She's a cute 6-year-old girl, and I hate to say it, but you really can't trust this world anymore. So, you won't see her on here either. But 2 coons. Okay, we just read that one. Done 475 beaver before, but never 500. Yeah. Okay, Dale. So I didn't know if you're actually publicly talking about it. Dale messaged me, and he's switching gears from coon, and he's going to go after 500 beaver. That is amazing. That would be, wow. I was fortunate enough last year to get a 10th of that. So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Oh, cool. At a pond? I got you, Colt. Awesome. Yeah, exactly, Logan. So don't take it personal. I've had a lot of people, actually, I've had several people message me, and I tell them that, and they get all kind of defensive, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I just, it's a new world. Mr. Somebody, hey, I told the wife I'm growing this out until she quits complaining about it. So that may last forever. Yeah, Bobby Sands, it really is. It really is. No problem, Colt. No problem. Good luck trapping, man. Keep going and have a good time, bud. Yeah, that's me. Home Jenkins. Yeah, that's definitely me. Oh shoot. 100 beaver last year. Got 18, but had a late start, and somebody got. Hey, PA, and that's okay. So, you might be discouraged about that. Might feel like you fell short. Don't ever feel that way. That's a good goal, and push to it. It might not be next year. It might not be the year after that, but you'll get there. So don't give up on it. The first year when I had a goal of 1,000 coon, I think it was either 182 coon or maybe that was my 256. But I was way off, and I kept learning, kept growing, and kept maturing in a way, and I finally hit it. So don't ever give up on that, buddy. Like I said, it may not be next year. I had a goal of 100 beaver this year, and I had, what did I end up with? 52 or 47, 47, 40. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my videos to be honest with you, but that's not going to discourage me from next year. I'm going to set a goal for 100. I'm going to push as hard as I can. If we hit 60 or 70 even, hey, huge improvement. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Just got to find your drive, buddy. Find your drive, my man. Good. Absolutely, PA. Keep growing that line out. Hey, Seth, you're building colony traps. It sounds like I might have to be building some of them here too. I got a potential chance for a bunch of muskrat ponds. Good buddy of mine knows there's a whole bunch of muskrat ponds that we might, if we have open water or get that first skim ice, if I can time it right and be done trapping coon, not done, but hit the end of my bulk raccoon trapping. And if we can just get that 1/4 inch of ice that stays clear for 2 days, and if I could get on about 20 muskrat ponds, oh man, that'd be awesome. That would just be awesome. Not the mercury. But yeah, I got some really big plans this year, guys. I'm pretty pumped for this. Seeing these trails develop, and like I was saying earlier, it pops up on us so quick. I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I got most of my trails mapped out. I feel ahead of the game. I feel like I'm way ahead of the game. I'm doing awesome. But then I think, not really, because in 7 days, I'm free staking, or 8 days. Tomorrow, a week from tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, traps go in the ground. That is insane. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that. But it seems like, it's, as you get older, I think they always told me every year goes faster, and they're right, 100%. Every year goes by faster. It seems like I blinked and the leaves went from green to the trees have changed colors and probably dropped about 30% of their leaves already. So it's just crazy how fast this sneaks up on us. I'm really glad I kind of tried to get ahead of the game this year, which basically made me come out like not ahead, but at least I'm not late. So that's huge. That is huge. Oh, really, Logan? Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure they're hard on sheep. I'm sure that I actually used to trap off of one sheep farmer doing some ADC work, and um, I actually luckily was able to do it during season here 3 or 4 years ago, and I caught 3 fox and like 6 coyotes off his ground over the course of like 2 weeks. So it's pretty crazy. All in snares too. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, should get a sheepdog. There you go. Oh, vet. Yeah, you're not wrong, my man. That every day at work, it seems like drags farther and farther and gets longer and longer, but then the days go by so quick. So quick. I don't rat trap after 47. I have a ton of ponds lined up. I have several spots. Absolutely. Oh, that's cool, Seth. That is awesome. That's about as good as it gets here in my area. We don't have marshes or big. Um, the most huts I've ever seen on anything is probably like 7 huts on a little. I wouldn't even call it a marsh. It was probably like a 2 acre pond that was just kind of flooded out a little bit. Just a little different. Hey, Townsend Outdoors. I finally checked my YouTube comments and responded back to you today on there. I'm terrible about responding to the YouTube comments. It kind of takes me a little bit, but hey, Ruben, how we doing? Amazing. I didn't even know about. So I'm going to be a little short on my 220s this year. My plan was to get all my traps pre-staked, every location. We're at 513 locations right now, which it very easily could hit 570. But right now, I'm already sitting at 190 220s staked, and I only have 170. So we're going to have to do some shuffling. I did some dealing the other day, so hopefully I got about 30 more coming, but still going to be a little short, I think. This next ground should have some pretty good 220 locations too. Hey, Patrick and Never Bluffs, how we doing? I'm trying to figure out, and this is, so there's so much strategy in how I'm going to run my line, guys. So I've got kind of sections mapped out in my book. I've got, this section here, and I put a line. This ends the gravel road where the cows got out. So it's like a section block of anywhere between 50 locations to 100 locations. And I'm trying to figure out mathematically how to set this up. Because the first 2 days, I want pretty big days. And I don't necessarily want to set the first third of my line and then add to the end. I almost want to set the end of it. Vet 220 fund. You didn't have to do that, buddy. I almost want to set the end of it, and then I can set traps along into checking. That way I don't have a load of fur in the truck setting traps. I'm still setting traps and then getting to that point of running the line. 2 reasons for that. If we were to stay warm for some reason, that I don't have to worry about anything getting bad in the back of the truck. But 2, legally I have to check these traps every day that are set. If I set a number of traps in the morning, I have to run and check the rest of those traps in the evening that are set. I have to. Versus if I check traps in the morning and set in the afternoon, laziness and fatigue can kick in, and I'll be like, that's good enough. No, let's get those straps set in the beginning to where I can fight that laziness, and then I'm mandatory to check traps. So kind of some strategy there that is kind of, I don't know, it's new for me in a way. Hey TK, I appreciate you stopping in, bud. Don, I would, but the whole purpose, if I run out of 220s, I will simply put in dog proofs. I am gonna run a few coyote snares this year. But if I run out of 220s, the whole purpose of 220s, I love they're dry, they're fluffy, they're DOA, out of sight, out of mind most of the time. I do know some guys are good enough to neck snare coon, but I am not one of them. And I don't want to risk tearing them up because I'm not a huge snare guy. Like I said, I'm not real good at it. Oh, really? That's crazy, Eddie. Yeah, it don't surprise me at all. That don't surprise me at all. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped up for season. They've got a contest going on here not too far from here that I'm entered in. That's going to be pretty fun. Kind of a how many animals can you catch in 48 hours thing. So that'll be pretty fun too. Never Bluffs. That's something I'm gonna kind of. I'm not gonna say debunk. I don't want to say that word, but in a sense, it is. So in my area, running dry land locations like I do, I average probably overall my trapping that I've done, I probably average 60 to 70% 3XL up in coon trapping dry land. By doing so, those 3X coon, they are a 7 or an 8 out of 10 on opening day. I hear all the time, wait till Thanksgiving, wait till everything's prime. Yeah, those 2X and smaller coon, they need some time. They do. But those 3X coon and up, they are looking good. Not great, but they're looking really good. It'd be really hard to distinguish between if I took 10 coon 3XL from this year, November 6th to November 20th. Could you tell it? Probably, if you really know what you're looking for. But I'm going to take a coon from opening day this year, and exhausted as I am, hopefully clearing 100 coon on opening day, I'm going to flush it right then and there to show you guys what the leather looks like on a 3XL coon. I started to make a huge mistake, went to place a big order of 220s. Oh, Michael, that's a huge catch. I'm glad you caught that, buddy. That's a huge catch. And Patrick, that's a good strategy. It really is. Pick your best locations. And how I do mine, I pick my best locations and fill in to them, but I set them all at one time. So my plan is I'm going to set this much of my line. Well, I should say this much of my line. And then on day like 4, or for this big competition that we're doing, day 5, I'm going to set this much more of it. 2 or 3 days later, I'm going to set this much more of it until it's all out and I'm producing pretty constant numbers. Hey, G Trapper, it's been a while. How are you doing, bud? Oh, Logan, I appreciate it, man. As far as I know, Trapper Jay's still planning on riding with me opening day. I've got one road mapped out that I want to take his drone down with an aerial view, and it's longer than I thought. I thought it was a mile and a half, but it's actually like 2.2 miles, 2.4 miles, and I have 24 locations on 2.4 miles. And I want to drive behind his drone, and you can just look at the locations and see what we catch at each one. I think it'd be pretty awesome. The school Matt has a trapping club or something similar to that. Oh, talented. That's awesome, buddy. That is awesome. I did not know that. Ed, the football game tonight or what? Because your boy, what are you talking about? Seth, I've actually been in contact with a few different buyers right now. No one's locked in a price yet, which is kind of concerning. But I do know that I can move them, and that's huge. I do know that I can move them. PC, how we doing, buddy? Never bluffs. So for me, I'm not gonna call anybody out on this, but I hear all the time of people catching these 40-plus-pound raccoons. I've caught a pretty fair share number of them, and the biggest I've ever caught was a 33. And I could probably count on both hands the number of coon that I've caught over 30. I catch a lot of that 27 to 29, but it takes a heck of a raccoon to break 30. Now, that being said, up in north of me, up in Minnesota, Wisconsin, they could potentially get some bigger ones up there, but just I've never seen it. Everyone's like, oh, you haven't caught a 38 or a 40 or a 45, and it's like not even close. G Trapper, your North Dakota coons, from my understanding, are pretty good. I don't think you have the best color, but you do have the northern heavies, it sounds like, for sure. Hey, Eric, how we doing? PC, what's up? That's awesome. Oh, Eddie, you guys are signed up for that? Oh, yeah, I signed up for that one too. I'm glad you didn't put exactly where that's out on here, but yeah, I'm planning on it anyway. We'll see what we can get done. Oh, cool, talented. That's awesome, buddy. That is so awesome. I'm so glad you're doing that, man. That is awesome. Oh, cool, New Bluffs. That's awesome. One thing I will say, these for those of you in the northern states, you can look at a raccoon in a trap and be like, man, that thing is huge. And it is. And you weigh it and you're like, man, I thought for sure this broke 30, and it's a 27 or a 26. It takes a really big raccoon to break 33 pounds. Hey, Creo, how we doing? Just about right. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Man, Patrick, that's tough. That's tough. PC, I get it, buddy. I get it. Yeah, it's been a while, talented. I'm glad you're in here. Yeah, better correct that, Creel. I'm surprised they even let that comment come through, to be honest with you. Logan, I think you'd be surprised. The Beavers are going to be worth decent money this year. Even just the Hatters Market beaver, which I don't know what yours would look like up there, but I know here in Iowa, most of ours is just the Hatter Market. Yeah, PA. Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool, PC. Eric, yeah. I actually had to turn the heat on in the house tonight. I was kind of holding off on that. Well, if the wife and kids weren't going to be here tonight, yeah, we probably wouldn't. But yeah, she's fixing to get cold. I driving from work from 5 o'clock when I left work to 5:30. We went from 45 to 41 degrees, and the house was right at 58. So I figured I better do something. PC, that is awesome, buddy. That is awesome. I hope when you get there, you're able to meet up with that president. I'm pretty glad I was able to hook you guys up, get his phone number for you. I really hope he gets a chance to take you out and show you some stuff. That'd be awesome. Oh, cool, G. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Mr. Somebody. And I've had a lot of people, tell me, oh, I've caught one that was 42 or 43 pounds. And in my opinion, and I can't prove this, but I would say if you're in Iowa and you caught a 42 or 43 pound raccoon, you're either living in the city where it's got access to unlimited food of junk and trash cans, or it was something that got released by somebody who not too big. Just my opinion, but you know, even if you ask some of the real top trappers here in Iowa, and they're like, "Yeah, I caught one that was 36 or 35," and those guys have caught 15,000 raccoons in 6 years, and that's the biggest. That's saying something. Oh, Mark, that's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. You go after and hammer those raccoons, buddy. 85. Ooh, PC, that's warm. Yeah, Krill, absolutely. Thanks, Slayer. What's up, buddy? Yeah, PA trapping. I was wondering. I knew that'd get brought up on here. Yeah, he's paying $20 for green beaver for his top. So I'm surprised he threw a dollar amount out there. I'm pretty impressed. Oh, cool, talented. That's awesome. Oh, cool, PC. That's cool. I didn't know Billingsley was going to Oklahoma. That's awesome, Dale. If you're still in here. Yeah, Eric, she just hates me if I don't turn that heat on. Never Bluffs, no. I do have an animal damage control business, which actually I got another raccoon job to do probably Sunday, since tomorrow's my daughter's birthday party. I won't get to it, but I do that on the side, but bounty wise, no, not really. Yeah, yeah, Creel, I get it. Oh man, PC, that's warm. Yeah, and see, that's exactly, Dale's got a good point right there. Dale's caught, if I had to say, he's probably in the top 20 as far as coon caught in the state, across any time period, like throughout history. And he's caught one that was 31. So that says something, that there's big coon around, but numbers get up there. Oh, cool, Eddie. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Get after it. Fish on Trap Repeat. What's up? No, it's not, Mr. Somebody. Not at all. Oh, you're not going to Oklahoma? Okay. Yeah, PC. Unfortunately, Dale's not going to Oklahoma, so you wouldn't be able to meet him there. But um, that's cool that you've got with that president though, and you're able to meet up with him. That's pretty awesome, buddy. There you go, Eric. Absolutely, bud. Absolutely. Wow, Logan. Yeah, absolutely. Have the ADV done by 4 on Sunday. Talented Outdoors. It's hard saying. You always come up with a plan, but it always varies so much. Opening day, I'm probably looking at setting 300 traps, give or take. And that first check will be on Sunday. On Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll probably set another 50. On Friday, I'm going to set probably another 150. But that being said, out of that first 300, I probably pulled 50 that just weren't producing or just wasn't working. So it's hard to really pin it down. I've got so much going on. I just don't. I don't have. I don't have time to sit there and figure out exactly what I've got in the ground set at that time. So it makes it kind of tough. Oh yeah, exactly, Dale. Hold on a second, Phil. Let's be right back. All right. Whoa. Okay. Shot a 28-pound out of your 2 dogs in the coon war. Oh, I'll bet it did. I'll bet it did. Hillbilly hipster. Can't, in my opinion, you can't beat cat food. Cheap, dry cat food, whatever you can find in bulk. I mean, I had just over $100 in all my bait last year, so I really like it, but that's me. Yep, Logan uses marshmallows. Those work too. Absolutely. Oh, okay, PC. I gotcha. You did, Vet. I did. Yeah. Yeah, Alan, don't judge me. So talented. That's actually something, in my opinion, one of the best videos that Billingsley has produced. Was that push. You hit that 4-day kind of hump. If you can push past that, it does get so much easier. And that's not something I ever really thought about mentioning. So or even thought about processing to put, on a video. But it's 100% right. Like day 3 to day 4, exhaustion, fatigue. A lot of times, like your immune system starts running down, start getting the runny nose, start catching a cold. And if you can push past that, between that day 3, day 4, by day 6 and day 7, like it's just, I almost feel like I run a marathon. It's almost like you came into shape in like 4 days. It's hard to explain, but 100% correct with that. Never bluffs. We'll have a few. More so, we have a lot of fleas. Fleas are definitely the biggest thing on our raccoons. I get it, PC. I get it, buddy. Oh, cool, PC. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome, man. PA, I can't ever say I specifically targeted skunks. But what I have been doing, I can never pronounce his last name right. Mark Wabeski. He is like the skunk guru up in Minnesota. I wish I could. Maybe someone can type his name on here correctly. If you have Facebook, though, this guy's good. He's really good. Yeah, Eric, exactly. It's when I start running all those ditches. If someone had limited time, we were talking about Hillbilly. Yeah, PC, you're gonna struggle. That's a good question, Hillbilly Hipster. So what I would do, if you can, check before work. Starting Thanksgiving week, I'm gonna be doing that. I've got a work line that I haven't even mapped out completely, but it's got about 70 locations on it that I'm gonna be getting up probably about 2:30 in the morning. I don't like trapping before daylight for 2 reasons. One, the fur is still moving. And 2, trapping in the dark can be very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. I don't like it. Just mostly for the dangerous reason. But with my job, I'd be working till dark and still checking in the evening. So no matter what, the animals are going to be moving. And 2, the safety thing's still there. But I want to check in the morning, get those animals out of there before daylight and people are driving by them all day. Just my opinion on it. Yep, there you go. Dale's got it. Todd Wilbisky. I always struggle with his last name. I don't know why. But that guy, he's awesome, especially with skunks. You might have seen him on Weeby's Outdoor Adventures too with Mark Steck. They did a couple shows on that on the Pursuit channel, which is pretty cool. Yep, exactly, Talented. Exactly. Your uncle's going to be checking mine for me since he lives close. Oh, cool, PC. That's awesome. That's awesome. PC, Mark Steck is a pretty awesome dude. He's quite the character, too. I've actually got the privilege of meeting him a couple times at convention. He's a character. Really good dude, though. Really cool. He just sold Dakota Line, too, to Alan Probst with North American Trapper. So, pretty neat. Hey, Jim. How we doing, bud? Patrick, PC is actually going to be getting with the president of the... Oh, help me out, PC. What do you don't have a trapping association. It's the Oklahoma Trapping Alliance, I believe. Is that what it's called? You're right, Patrick, 100%. And these are all questions he can bounce off of his president of the association and figure out what is Fur Bearers Alliance. There we go. I'm sorry. Yes, talk these questions over with that gentleman, and he'll be able to help you out a lot. Because exactly, Patrick's right. Like here in Iowa, that would be illegal. So you'd have to check with your local government. PC, I don't think he's gonna make that convention, buddy. As far as I know, but RC, there we go. No, absolutely, Patrick, absolutely, and that's a good point. That's a very good point. You know, every state here has different laws, different regulations, and we kind of got to keep that in mind when we're giving advice or receiving advice of, is that legal in my state or is that legal in their state? I've had to put, which is the other series that I'm working on that I'm hopefully going to have a lot more footage for here soon, is the Say You Want to Be a Trapper series. And I made that very clear talking about 220s that this might not be legal in your state. So definitely don't want anybody getting a pinch. Oh, cool, PC. Good. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, Patrick. That's 100% spot on. Yep. And Never Bluffs, there's a lot of states that you cannot use 220s at all. You cannot. What do you get caught in, PC? Oh, Eric, yeah, 100%. 100%. That I feel pretty spoiled for the laws that Iowa has, to be honest with you. Hey, Johnny, how we doing? Yep. 3 weeks. I put traps in the ground a week from tomorrow because we can pre-stake 2 weeks in advance. So got a lot of ground to cover, a lot of traps to get out. You can't use in body grips. I got your hands in number 2 dogless. Ooh. Ouch. I'm sorry, buddy. That don't sound fun. 160s on land sets, yeah. And like our 330s have to be fully submerged. If the snare is set in the water, we can have a bigger opening, but a snare has to be half underwater if the loop. No, on public ground, the snare has to be 8 inches or less in the right of way, unless we're 30 yards. Help me out here, Dale, from water, and then it can be 11 inches. But if a snare is half submerged, you can be within 200 yards of a house. That's where the half submerged came in. I was trying to figure out where that came from, but now I see that that's what it was. Oh, cool, Eric. That's awesome. That's awesome, buddy. In Vermont, you can use 280s. We're just across anything, George, or what are you talking, bud? Okay, you're not allowed to use 330s at all, period, or PC, you're a trooper, my friend. Yep, PA's right. PA's right. So when you set that foothold and you got it set, I've often done that too. You flip up the loose jaw and you can push up on the pan and take your hands off. That'll help you out quite a bit, bud. Hillbilly, I try to. If I can, I'm setting at least 2 traps at every location. There's certain areas where I just can't. There's not enough room. And I actually ran into that. It's weird. In certain areas, my road right-of-ways are really narrowed to where, I mean, I've got 4 to 5 feet to play with between here and the fence. That makes it tough. So, and if the trail's really good, I'll still try to force a couple in, but it doesn't always work. Talented, there's no height requirement. In the road ditches, it can't be any wider than 8 inches horizontal. So they'll measure from side to side, which 8 inches for me is the tip of my thumb to my index finger on the other side. Not index finger, whatever this one is. That's 8 inches for me. So I can kind of know, just make sure I'm inside of that. But as far as height, I mean, with snares, I'm not a snare guy by any means, but snares can be so species specific. And that is one of the true advantages to a snare. You can make a snare just catch coyotes. You can make it just catch raccoon, and miss possums and skunks. It's pretty wild. Oh, on land, I got you, George. That'd be awesome, especially for some of our beaver areas. Yep, there you go, Dale. I was trying to figure out where the half submerged came in. I'm like, I remember that somewhere, but I can't remember where it was. But hey, Oscar, how we doing? I got pretty lucky in my beaver video last year. I actually snapped a TS-85 off trying to find it underwater, but I had my hands spread, so when the jaws came up, it caught like right between my thumb and trigger finger and forced my hand up and out of it. That was sketchy. Very sketchy. Ah, PC, that's terrible. That sucks, my friend. Oh, it has to be a foot off the ground. Really? Man, that's. I mean, you can still catch coyotes that way, but still almost too high for them, in my opinion. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions on it, but Oklahoma, Never Bluffs is where PC's from. .220 or bigger has to be in a lynx exclusion box. Yeah, that's too bad, Johnny. That's too bad. Weirdest non-bait scents that y'all use that work? That's interesting, Patrick. That's a good question. I don't do a whole lot with baits. Cat food is my primary one. I mean, it's not even a weird thing, but several times I've ran out of bait, especially when I was younger and more into the water. I'd catch a lot of stuff on pocket sets with nothing in it. Make a pocket set, thought I had fish with me, realized I was out. I'm like, yeah, I'll bring some tomorrow. Set the trap anyway, and I've caught everything from beaver to raccoon and muskrats in pocket sets with nothing in them. Other than that, I can't say I've done a whole lot of crazy, different type of stuff. Yep, exactly, talented. We've been doing this 46 minutes. Oh, wow, we have. That's crazy. Doesn't feel that long. All right, PC. When it comes to skunks, I've heard all kinds of different things, and I've never been one to really target skunks. So, Dixie, you can tell the short hair is fine. Hey, Brad Moore, how we doing, buddy? All right, Dale. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I'll talk to you soon, but good luck on your goal, man. That's awesome. That'd be a pretty awesome season, my friend. Eric, thanks for stopping in, buddy. You take care of yourself, man. Oh, Ben, you're not late at all, bud. Right on time. Brad, you still doing that plan we talked about earlier? All right, never bluffs. You take care, buddy. Nice, PC. Just talking about season coming up, Brad. It's crazy how every year it seems like it sneaks up faster and faster. But we're only 3 weeks out from 3 weeks from tomorrow's opening day. That's crazy. So I'm pre-staking a week from tomorrow. Yeah, it's crazy how fast it comes. But oh, Ben, yeah, duck hunting in the morning. That's awesome, man. I did a little bit of duck hunting this last weekend. Just didn't really work out too well, but that's part of it. It's how it goes. Yeah, Brad. So I've got materials to build like another 30 boxes. Just got to do them, and I probably should do that before season gets here because otherwise I'm not going to have time either. So, yeah, pre-staking weekend for us starts the 22nd, 22nd at 8 in the morning. Friday night, I'm hoping to make it down to Bloomfield for the convention in the woods. They're calling it. Backwater Baits is putting on a little trapping convention here in Iowa. Should be a good time. I've been to facilities before. It's a really nice place. Should be a really good time. Should be a lot of really, really interesting people be there too. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'll get there Friday after work, and I'll just kind of hang out for the night, powwow, and shoot the bull. But then come Saturday morning, it's game on. Get traps in the ground. Yeah. Oscar, I actually don't use any duck calls. I throw decoys out, but that's about the extent of it. Oh, absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. There you go, PC. There you go. Dan, how we doing, buddy? Brad was once a duck hunter. Talented Outdoors, almost all my stuff's ready to go. I've got to dye snares yet, a few of them, and get them waxed. but all my dog proofs are set up, ready to go. I've got about 30 220s I need to set up, ready to go. I'm going to have out probably 50 or 60 footholds in water that are ready to go. I got to make a few more pogos and get the shop cleaned up, and I'm pretty well ready. So, hillbilly? No, I actually do not. A lot of people talk about that. For me, that's just one more thing, one more step, one more process. Freezing temperatures with cat food that I'm using isn't going to make a bit of difference. If I get some rain, so I fill the dog proofs completely full. I have them heaping full because I know I'm going to get cleaned out by mice. Plus, I have confidence that raccoon, even if he comes in there and if you had this food cup completely full, he's probably gonna sit there and eat the whole thing because it's that time of year. They're hungry. They're gonna eat it like crazy. But it's just how I do it. Just kind of my process. But if it does rain, the top of that cat food swells up, and I can just flick it right out, and it's dry cat food underneath. Unless we get a monsoon, if we get some really really strong rain, if they're talking an inch and a half of rain overnight, then I will kind of do some non-orthodox techniques. I'll take an oak leaf and I'll put over the top of it. How long that stays there, if there's any wind, probably not long, but I don't go crazy with it. Oh, there you go, Ben. That's awesome. That's awesome. Dan, I like the Bridger 5s. I did. I love the Bridger 5s. And then I got my hands on some TS85s, and I won't look back. That's just kind of how I am. Um, I've never looked back after that. Just how I am. I love them so much better. There you go, PC. Yeah, the no BS stuff has some really good stuff. Really good stuff. Yeah, Ben. Birds and like shrews and mice and all kinds of armas. That's crazy, Patrick. It wouldn't surprise me though. That would not surprise me. Holy cow, what is that? Just shy of 20 a day? 18 a day if I'm running random numbers. Um Pretty crazy. Oh, cool, talented, awesome. Yes, we do have pheasant hunting up here, Oscar. That'll start actually I think the 22nd too, if I remember right. It might be the 29th this year. But it's definitely in that ballpark. Oh, there you go. There you go. Trap some fox. Hey, whoa. You're going after fox? That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Uh, I remember my first fox. I'll never forget it. Um, Actually, I thought I caught a non-target, to be honest with you. Bright orange jumping around, and I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, I didn't even know we had fox in this area, so that's pretty cool. Woo! Sorry, guys. Whew, that was sketchy as heck. Sorry, I apologize. My fault. My fault. Where are we at here? Why is it not working? Okay, we're back. Whew. Sorry. PC, that's awesome. I'm glad you caught a coyote. For me, I think fox are easier to catch, but we have less of them. No, that was my fault. Just trying to clear some things up here. Had some notifications I had to take care of, but some important stuff to handle real quick. And I didn't think it'd boot me out, but it sure did. Nuisance trapping all year. So 14 a day. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah, PC, you better send me a picture. Oh yeah, 100%. Dan, fox are very, very easy to tear, and you got to flip them quick. If you're drying it, fur end, I would not give that thing. And me, if it's climate controlled, 60 degrees, I'm not giving it more than 2 hours. Yeah, vet. Yeah, I promise you it is. PC, it takes practice, my friend. It really does. Um, I have ruined a lot of raccoon when I first started flushing. Even when I switched knives, you're going to ruin some. It's an art. It really is an art to learn how to finish fur. Um, Hopefully, I'm going to be describing that really well here in something that's going to be coming out here next year. Something else kind of in the mix, but we won't let that cat out of the bag quite yet. But I'm pretty excited for it too. Oh yeah, Frank, for sure. Oscar, coyotes sell pretty good here. Coyote and raccoon hats are pretty popular. Yeah, Dan. I, I won't. I've been on this topic a lot, and I won't say anything bad about it. But I do want people to realize when somebody says their top is $20, as trappers, we look at that and go, "Man, $20 beaver, that's awesome." If you bring him 50, maybe 5 of them are going to bring you $20. People think $20, that's what I'm going to get. That's everything. $20, that's awesome. No, they've got a formula. They're going to work it out. If they start getting too many in that 20, then they're going to take from that lot that's, the 14, and they're going to push that back into the pile of 6. They've kind of got a pattern that they'll do to keep an average about the same every time, in my opinion. $20 tops on green, yeah, that sounds great if you're to average that. But your average is probably going to be around that $14 range, $13 range. Uh, just my thoughts on it. PC, I love the Havalon knives. Oh, Ruben, that's too bad. Yeah, Brad, that's the best way to put it. You learn more about handling by handling more for 100%. You will ruin a lot of stuff learning, and the more you work it, the better you get with it. Yeah, PC, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Brad, you might be closer. You might be right. You'll average closer to $9, because for every $20 beaver that you have, you're gonna have 5. That'll be $5. There you go, Dan. There you go. Um, boy, if you average $16 a piece there, that's probably not bad. That's probably not bad. Weeby knives are good too, PC, for sure. Yeah, Dan, yeah, I love Caius a lot too. Patrick, they do. I like the Weeby knives, but personally, I do not like the Weeby blades. I switched to the like I use the 60 XT or the 60A blades, and I'm getting 2 to 3 times the life out of one versus the other blades. Just huge. Ben, if you got badgers, I can't say the fur and the fur market would be worth it, but if you can skin that thing with the feet on and tan it and sell it, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Oh, cool, PC. I wish you luck, my friend. I wish you luck. We got a pile of skunks back here, too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got a whole bunch of skunks back here. There you go, Vet. There you go. Oscar, we do not have Wolverine here, but if you were to get some, boy, they would be worth something for sure. There you go, Dan. There you go. I might have an opportunity presenting itself next summer. I might not be headed exactly in your area, but probably a little bit to your southwest. So I might be down there for about a week. That's awesome, PC. I know I'm one of the 101 subscribers that you have, so anyone can share PC Outdoors page on here. Maybe we'll get them another few subscribers. That'd be pretty cool. Ben, you should. I've never seen a possum blanket, but it'd be cool. Yeah, Dan. Might be spending. Well, I think it's. Yeah. I'm not good at geography, but it should be southwest of you. Actually, maybe straight south of you. Somewhere in the Louisiana area. Hey, yep, Patrick, there you go. You hit the nail on the head there. It's early in the making, but I'd love to go down there chasing some gators and pick up some nutria. That'd be kind of fun. There you go. Internet Vet shared PC Outdoors. This is a young man from Oklahoma that's loving the trap and sharing it on his channel, guys. So head over there and subscribe if you would. We've got to support these kids. I cannot emphasize how important that is supporting these kids, getting them out there, getting them trapping. We got to do what we can, guys. We've really got to do that. Oscar, basically a nutria is a muskrat that on steroids. It's huge. I've never actually seen a nutria, but For you guys down there, Dan, what is a nutria? Probably 3 times the size of a muskrat, at least. Hey, thanks, Patrick. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Mr. YouTube. Brad, you gotta quit with that stuff. You know, luckily for you, Brad, I don't trap water. It did hurt my plans because I was wanting to get into more water this year, but it's not going to change a whole lot. Some of those spots that are now bone dry, now I can actually throw some dog proofs in it. Actually, some of these spots, these narrow creeks that I had lined up, they're only about 2 foot wide. They've been dry for so long, they've got a canopy over them, and there's just a tunnel of raccoon moving through it. I'm planning on, that's why I'm running out of 220s. I've already mapped out more 220s than I have because of tunnels like that. I think it'd be awesome 220 locations. Yeah, there you go, Dan. They're huge. I don't know what they actually weigh, but like a big muskrat here. Oh, heck, Brad, what's a big muskrat? 2 pounds, maybe 3. But down there, they're hitting 6, 7 pounds, I think. Hey, Lonnie Miller, how we doing? I appreciate you subbing to PC, buddy. But they're shaped like a muskrat with the tail and everything else. They're just the size of a beaver. Oh, I'm sure, Oscar, for sure. Hey, Chris, how we doing, bud? PC, it sounds like you got a few more subs, my buddy. That's awesome. Dan, they get to 25 pounds? I did not think they were that big. Wow. That's a huge... Boy, I'm going to put... If I go down there, I'm going to tan one of them suckers, put on my wall. That's huge. Chris, is pretty frustrating. I only went out Saturday morning. I filmed scouting it. I filmed setting up in the morning. I had a group of 5 people come in and set up 200 yards in front of me, right where the ducks come by. And of those 5, they probably shot, I don't know, 20 ducks, 6 geese. And I only had one group of teal that came past me that they didn't shoot at and instantly go high. And I shot 2 teal out of that, but that was it. Pretty frustrating, really. Could lose more than a toe. Brad, I do not, but that is a hell of an idea, my friend. Because there's nothing more frustrating than when that dog, or the trigger doesn't, but the dog will go over the bend of that 220 and trying to force that back up and over. That's an awesome idea. I wish I'd thought of that. Wow, Dan, that is crazy. Oh, nice, Chris. That's awesome. Wow, Patrick, they're a lot bigger than I thought they were. Frank, unfortunately not legal here, my friend. Not legal here. That's crazy, Ruben. That is awesome. No ducks yet, Chris? Your time's coming, bud. Your time's coming. Really, Chris? That's crazy. That's a big rat, Brad. Was that ADC work, or did you leave the state? Yeah, yeah, Lonnie. I'm glad to see you in here, buddy. That's awesome. Oh, I'll bet, Dan. That's what I'm wondering is our wood duck and teal. I think they went south quick. Even if those guys hadn't been in front of me, kind of getting the shots, I I think most of our early ducks went down south. Todd, how we doing? We're talking about you here a little bit ago. Someone was asking the best bait for skunks. I referred them to your Facebook page. Yeah, Patrick, I can't tell you the last thing that was used. It's been a long time. But I still got to get all my furs back up on the wall from that class that I helped host here a couple months ago now. Todd's up there just slaying skunks. That's so cool, man. The fact that you can target skunks and catch them consistently, that's impressive. That's awesome. Oh, in the spring, Brad? Crazy. We're doing good, bud. We are 3 weeks out. 3 weeks. A week from tomorrow, traps go in the ground, which is that's really hard to fathom. That's really hard to kind of process that it's that quick. I thought I was ahead of the game. I thought I was way ahead of schedule, and now I'm realizing I'm not. Part of that is probably because I did an emergency roofing job this last week. That killed my whole weekend and is going to kill part of this next weekend. But good to have some money coming in right before trapping convention or trapping season, so that's pretty good. Durian? I don't know what that is, Oscar. Oh, did you, Chris? That's awesome. Oh, I appreciate it, Todd. I'm looking forward to getting some videos out there. We got some big plans this year, so where to go? I just seen it. PA trapping. Todd wants to know what you bait your traps with. PA, that's crazy. Bluegrass is here. Hey, how we doing, bud? PC's back. And there you go. Todd shared it. Ground up beaver, tainted meat. That's pretty awesome. I have a lot of respect for Todd. He's willing to share things. A lot like Dale now, or Ed Snyder. These guys that are willing to share what they're using and what they're really using is pretty awesome. So I don't know why, Todd, but for some reason, every morning, like I get a Facebook notification of you. So I don't know if I'm following you or I hit a button or something to where you're like one of my top news feeds every day. So, but every day it's skunk after skunk after skunk. And it seemed like you got some snow up there today. That's crazy. Bluegrass, your season opens on the 14th of October. Isn't that today? Chris, never. There's never enough, buddy. Oh, Patrick, probably not even close. Skunk are way worse. That's a good idea, Brad. That is a really good idea. I never thought of that, so I might have to look into doing that this year. Oh, okay, Todd. That's interesting. You use tuna with anise oil. Anise oil, for those of you that want to make fun of me. I think that anise oil would drive, especially the tuna, would drive raccoons crazy here. It's insane. Our coon populations are probably pretty different, but around here I'd catch every coon in the county. Is it going to melt off though, Todd? Hopefully. Hey, Tony, how we doing? So, Tony, is that the North Dakota line you made it up to, if I remember right? Oh, okay, Bluegrass, November. Gotcha. December 1st for PC. Nigel, 10 days to go. Nothing's prime till November. I got you, bud. I'll tell you what, Todd, that's pretty awesome that your boy's willing to do that with you and you guys can share that passion. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Farther north than North Dakota line. I'm no geographic person, but that sounds like Canada. But that's cool, Tony. You got some big plans this year too, so I'm pumped, guys. I mean, I've got my biggest sign I've ever had was 393 locations. Not all set at once, but that's just the ground I had mapped out was 393 locations. We're at 513 with probably 60 or 70 to go on my normal route, plus probably 60 on my work route. So we could be 650 without too much trouble. That's huge. That's over 50% of an increase. I bet you did, Tony. Oh, okay, Tony. I got you. Hey, PC, you know what? And that's something we got to focus on. We focus on educating kids and get traps in their hands, especially here in Iowa now. But we got to get those parents that know what we're doing too to be able to take them out. So that's huge. I mean, I'm glad you're able to get your dad into it. Todd, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Look forward to seeing the trap line that you and your boy have going, bud. That's awesome. That is awesome. If you guys ever get a chance to, check out Todd on Facebook. He's got some pretty cool stuff going on. Oscar, I love the small skunk. My wife would kill me if she heard me say that, but nah, Tony, no way. If I set my whole line in one day, first off, it wouldn't be possible in 24 hours. I promise you that. But then I've also got to figure out what I'm going to do with 350 coon. It wouldn't be possible. Just wouldn't be. Especially as a one-man band, there's no way. I'm trying to get Brad to come ride with me sometime this year. I'm hoping Brad Moore will be able to come down here and at least hop in for a day. November 14th, which is today. Come on, Bluegrass. Get a hold of yourself. Oh, PC, we're terrible. We're terrible. Brad, I'm serious, man. I would love your insight on it. You come ride with me for a day and tell me what I'm missing and what I can improve on would be awesome. Well, PC, I mean, if I was set this whole line that I want to, I'm already at, like I said, 513 locations, talking 650 locations. I mean, it'd be huge. It would be huge. Hey, Fish and Triggers, how we doing? No, I'm not 2-day setting. But come that Friday, I'm going to be setting a lot for that tournament that I'm going to be in. Really going to hit it hard. Talented Outdoors, you're not wrong. I'm actually looking at... So I hosted that Trappers Education class down in Central Iowa last year. Well, this last 2 months ago. I'm looking at holding between 4 to 6 classes across the state next summer here in Iowa. Just on different corners, different cities, trying to educate trapping. That we've got to start educating people on what we're doing. Yeah, Brad, I do. I actually do. He's going to make it this year, which is huge. Oscar, we can hunt them, but we can't trap them. Yeah, Tony, and that's awesome. Because we got to do that, guys. I'm going to try not to go on a rant here because it's something I'm very passionate about, but we've really got to start focusing on getting the next generation into this, and we've really got to start focusing on the people that will never trap a day in their life, but educating them on the importance of what we're doing. We have to do that, guys, because otherwise we will not exist in 5 years. Period. Oh, Dan, that'd be awesome. I'll tell you what, man. We'll just exchange that. When I get my 5XL coon, I'll ship you one. How's that? Which I was planning on anyway, but I would love to get a Nutria one from you. PC, yeah, absolutely. And they used to actually, I know of a couple, there's a fur buyer not too far from me. He used to go to the local high schools and they'd have a convention in their gymnasium, and he would talk about trapping years ago. It's just crazy. That is awesome, Patrick. That's awesome, buddy. But Brad, you need to come down here and ride with me, buddy. The the guy that's gonna chase the weasels this year. Show me how it's done. I might just have to ride with you. Oscar, to be honest with you, I've never even heard of it. Exactly, talented. Exactly. Exactly. Tony, I would love to, buddy. My problem is being able to leave for that long a period. Um, I was hoping to have that my kind of dream trip happen, but even to get out of here for 4 days would kind of be a stretch. I knew it'd be tough. So, Frank, Brad, hey, like I said, man. So opening day and the day after, um, I've got a couple people riding with me, but after that, you just let me know, buddy. You just let me know. Um, you've literally caught everything in Iowa that there is to catch. So uh, you could definitely help me out on my line and tell me what I'm missing, and tell me to get off my ass and quit being lazy. So Joshua, you didn't have to do that, buddy. But I really do appreciate it. I'll tell you what, I am pumped for this season. Seeing these trails develop as prominent as they are, like even the picture that's posted when you guys clicked on this link. Um, these trails are massive this year, and I'm trapping these same locations every year. I've grown this year, and I'm growing even more yet. But these are the same spots I trap year after year, and that trail keeps getting better and better and better. It's insane. But thank you, Joshua. I really appreciate that, man. All right, Bluegrass. You take care, buddy. We'll see you soon, man. Take care. Fish and triggers, I'm pretty well ready. Other than a few snares to dip and treat, I'm ready to go. Trap wise, I still got pogos to make, and I get the shop cleaned up a little bit. But other than that, we are ready to go. Oh, cool, Frank. Blakely's, how we doing, bud? Fish and triggers, I'll tell you what, buddy. A lot of people don't realize that. You look at California, and since they've outlawed trapping and all this, they're gonna have some serious problems. Actually, here just a little bit ago, a gentleman said one guy caught, was it 5,200 raccoons, animal damage control work. Um, yeah, like 14 a day on average doing animal damage control. That's huge. And the population is going to explode, and you're going to have a lot more negative impacts with animals in the cities. It's just going to happen. H.E. Hunter, 17 more days till Nebraska season. 2.5 weeks. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, talented outdoors. 100%, man. 100%. Tony, yeah, I'm keeping all my possums this year. I've got a market for everything, all my possums. So that's pretty huge. That's awesome. Yeah, Oscar, that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to. Yeah, Patrick, there you go, Patrick. Yeah, 52, 55 in live traps. That's insane. I don't even have that many live traps. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's so much, I can't emphasize how much homework goes into a successful season. And whether that's 100 raccoons, 1,000, or 3,000, or 5 coyotes, or 50 coyotes, the more homework and preparation you do, the better off you're going to do. I guarantee it. You're going to do a canine jig in 2 days. That's interesting, Tony. I get it, PC. I get it. It's tough, man. It's really tough. Ask your dad for a loan. Yeah, just tell him it's an early Christmas. Talented, and that's the thing. Like I've had to dig deep. I've had to really push hard and find these markets, and it's not even just one market, but it's like 4 of them. But all of them want certain numbers, certain sizes, colors, body parts, a little bit of everything. Vet or one coyote. You had to get that little jab in there, didn't you? Fish and triggers, that is an awesome idea. A little camping trip, getting the kids outside, showing them what's about. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Well done, my friend. Well done. Seldom Fails YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never heard of that one, I guess, Patrick. Yeah, Dan, for sure, for sure. Oh yeah, Talented Orders. There's not many of them left. There's not many of them left at all. That's terrible, PC. That's terrible. Brad, you may flip me a lot of crap, but you're not wrong, man. You know how hard it is and how much homework you have to do. Um, I've been talking to my buyers for all kinds of markets since June. We got real serious in August, and I'm still finalizing stuff. Off the hook. How we doing, bud? There's so much. I mean, literally, Brad knows what I'm talking about, and anyone that's ran, the bigger the line you want to run, the more work you have to put into it. And that's the bottom line. When I started long lining, um, I'd watch some videos and I learned some stuff, and I put a few hours into it. And next year, I probably put another, I don't know, between learning stuff and driving around finding locations, I probably put another 50 hours into it. And my catch went up quite a bit. Next year, another 50 hours into it. But it takes so much prep work. Knowing the ground is something that you can't buy. You can buy traps. You can buy a bunch of videos. You can learn a lot over the summer, but not knowing your ground, that is huge. That is huge. Oh, there you go, PC, for sure. Ah, off the hook. You got anything found yet? I knew you were struggling to find a big one. Tony, that would be cool. Traveling that far away, living out of a camper for a while, man, that would be the life. I won't lie. I even just throwing a tent out and living off the land would be pretty amazing. So, Dan, yeah, it's gonna be a lot less, not a lot less, but it's gonna be less than last year for sure. Really, PC, that's crazy. Oh, cool, talented. That's awesome. That's good. Oh yeah, fishing triggers, and that's the thing. Like I've trapped a lot of this ground. Every year I add ground to it, but 75 to 80% of the ground that I'm on now, I've trapped for years. I can picture it in my head where these trails are going to be, what the crop rotation will be, and it's huge. It's very, very beneficial. Um, I've heard several times that guys are coming up. They want to go to Iowa catch, 500 raccoon in a week. They're coming up with 1,000 traps or 700 traps, and they're gonna catch 1,000 raccoon. Okay, who's taking you? Oh, we're gonna cold roll. If you don't know the ground, you're in trouble. You are. For example, like I could not go to Brad's area, Brad Moore. I couldn't go to his area with, I don't know what he's got for actual fur traps now, but even if I had 5 times the amount of fur traps, I couldn't go to his area and not catch him in a day. No way. Because he knows the ground. And that knowledge is key in success, period. Yeah, Tony, that is a huge, huge thing. Any hunter, you're not wrong, my friend. The work is what it takes. So much sacrifice with family time, getting out there, scouting, getting traps ready, getting your shop ready. There's so much work. It's not even funny. I bet you do, PC. I bet you do. You've got 400 plus DPs. Oh, you old sailor, you. You've been holding back on me. And here I thought you were against all the dog proofs that I set. Yeah, Blakely's. Yeah, that's too bad that you can't set the road lines. Man, that'd be huge for you guys. PC, I get it. 1,001.5, man. You got me there. You got me there because I'm setting about 150 of them. Oh yeah, exactly, and that's a good point, Patrick. That's a huge point. It's no different than you going out to a lake that you don't know fishing The local guys are going to know all the honey spots, the pockets, the best spots for the crappie or the walleye, or we're always going to get some, some flatheads around this bend. You're not going to know that just walking in there. The same thing with trapping. That is an awesome point, Patrick. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, Blakely's, that'd be very, very tough. Very tough. Fish on trap, repeat. That's funny you bring that up. I am silent. I am a weird, weird breed. I've got a 35-mile drive to work. I sit in the dark, in the silence, and I drive to work. Same way coming home. On the trap line, even in the fur shop when I'm working fur, dead silent. Maybe once a week, I'll randomly throw Pandora on for a while, but I honestly prefer just work in the silence. I don't know. Joshua, I do not. I've caught, let me think, 3, maybe 4 badgers in my life, and all of them came within a mile of each other. They're not. There's just not a lot of them here. There's a few here, but it's a very small pocket. You head any direction of me 30 miles, and they're everywhere. It seems like. Wow, awesome, Blakely. It's awesome. I hope you get after it, buddy. PC, that's an awesome goal, man. That's awesome. Just push yourself to get there, buddy. No, Oscar, we don't. We really don't. Best beaver he has seen. Wow. Yeah, Dan, presentation with finishing fur is huge. That is, you're selling a product. You're selling something that you made. You want to present it the best possible way. Fur handling, if you're selling green, you want that fur brushed out. You don't want dirt. You want it clean. You want it looking good. If you're finishing it, you want it all uniform. You want it looking good. I mean, you're selling a product, guys. PA, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, sir, but I appreciate it. You're a good guy. You do talk to yourself. I get it. PA, yeah, who knows what's going to happen soon, man, but I do my best to budget it, and like I said, this last minute roofing job's gonna help. Cuts away from my time of getting the shop ready and traps ready and everything else, but definitely good to have a nice little income right before season. Oh, fishing triggers, that's awesome. Yeah, tomorrow's our opening day of muzzleloader season here too. PA Trapping, thanks for the super chat. You take care, buddy, and we'll see you next time. Ooh, Brad, yeah. Yeah, things have changed a little bit since the little Grizz. They have their place. I kind of get labeled as a dog-proof trapper because I set a lot of them. But if I had one trap to pick and I didn't have to worry about the 200 yards from houses, there's no houses around, it'd be 220s. I guarantee you it'd be 220s. I love them things. Very versatile. Put them anywhere. Catch anything in them. I love them. Oh, but he did fish on Trapper Pete. I get it. PC, I love it. Oh, any hunter. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it, Brad. I get it. You want one tan down? Message me, buddy. I'm pretty sure I can get one for you. That shouldn't be too hard to do. No. Tony, is tomorrow your set day then? No, PC, I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. Big day tomorrow, bud. I'm not sure if you're in the next time zone or not. You might only be 9:30, I guess. Even if it's only 10:30. I work a half day tomorrow. Then I got my 6-year-old's birthday party. Shoot, she's pumped for this. So Blakely's, that's the hardest problem here. If I had to go to private ground, I wouldn't catch 100 coon a year. I guarantee it. Because of that reason. PC, I get it. I get it. That's crazy, Tony. That's awesome. Oh, any hunter, that's a score. Especially if they're decent traps. PC, that's tough, buddy. 3 weeks, guys. This is gonna be an awesome line. This is gonna be amazing. Not sure what we're gonna set opening day for sure, but I'll tell you what, having those traps pre-staked out there ahead of time would be huge. It'd be awesome for me. Yeah, Chris, we finished our normal 2 rum and Pepsis, so just having a bush light to kind of end the nightcap. No way, Tony. Not a chance in heck. I'm gonna have trouble keeping up with my Skinner keeping up with me, I should say. I don't mind a good bush latte. Yeah, talented. I can't really say. My lives recently have been very spontaneous. If you're not getting notifications for him, boss, unsubscribe and then resubscribe. Seems like there's a lot of that going on YouTube right now, but just it'll just randomly be like maybe next Monday or next Tuesday. Wife and kids go to bed and I'm still up doing stuff. Yeah, we might do a live. Tonight, got my daughter to bed. I played a little bit of gaming with my boy for a little bit. Got done with that, and I thought, let's do a live. I try to do one every weekend if I can, but we might throw another Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday one in there too. So, of course, you are, Blakely's. Yeah, I'm hoping not to, man. I'm hoping not to. Oh, 200 canines would definitely kill me. Yeah, Justin, that's pretty scary. Luckily, I didn't fracture my ankle at all. I just sprained it really bad. If that would have happened during season, I'd probably been in big trouble. The dog is doing good. Unfortunately, it's going to cost us $200 a month to keep her doing good, which is frustrating. But when your kids love an animal, what do you do? PC. All right, Talented Lords, you take care, buddy. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next time. Thanks, Justin. I really appreciate that. It's anise oil, Blakely's, but I appreciate that. You should, Chris. You 100% should. Absolutely. Tommy T, how we doing? I love doing these lives, guys. Just interacting with everybody. I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me off if I talked trapping this much with her. She'd hate everything. Next gen, you done already? Figured you're just getting going. You're a rookie. Next gen's got a heck of a season lined up too. I'm pretty excited to see what he's gonna be putting out here pretty soon. There you go. I really want to get the 120 Belials like Todd does. It seems like those are just dynamite for skunks for him. It's crazy. PC. Oh yeah, you're probably home for the weekend, aren't you? Oh yeah, Tommy, we're not far from you. We're 3 weeks out, so I get it, my man. I get it. Ooh, Chris, don't do it. Don't do it. My wife rode with me back in the day and we're dating. She hasn't really rode with me since we got married. Yeah, but next gen's got some good stuff. He's a good kid. He's definitely got the drive, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Yeah, any hunter, and that's the thing. Like, so my wife's out with one of her girlfriends tonight, um, cruising around Des Moines. They went to the zoo drinking thing. What I don't know what it's called, but um, she went out. I got the kids here. Got my daughter to bed. My boys just watched some TV. Um, Coming here and just being able to talk trapping with people that are like minded and share an idea, bounce an idea off people, get input from guys that have been doing it for 40 years, guys that have been doing it for 6 months, and kind of figuring out what works for all of us. And that's huge. I don't doubt that next gen. I don't doubt that a bit. Oh, nice, Tony. Nice. Any other? Yeah. Yeah. If my wife rode with me on opening day, I'd catch 150 coon and we would release 120 of them. And that's only because 30 of them were 220. I guarantee it. Chris, I hope you do. I hope you do. I will be there Friday night um, for probably 2 or 3 hours. I hope you do. Oh, thanks, PC. Awesome, Tony. Do it. Do it. Yeah, Brad, of course we're talking trapping. We're not talking about spelunking. Exactly, any hunter. And that's kind of like here in deer capital of the world, from what some people say. Like everyone's hunting deer. All these people take vacation deer hunt, and it's like, any of you guys at work want to trap? That'd be kind of cool. Like I can talk about that. Oh yeah, Oscar for sure, for sure. Oh, cool, Tommy. That's awesome. Frank, I get it. I get it. Ah, PC, there we go. Just put me in your will, Tony. You better put me in your will. Yeah, Brad, no way. She'd never do it. Yeah, any hunter, it generally will. No, I agree. Next gen. You got some states that are probably pretty close. Um, Ohio would probably be one of them. Um, that's the one I hear about probably the most. But Chris, a foot trap or just a trap? Dog proofs, if I'm out of sight of the house, I mean, heck, I'll be within 30 yards of their house. If I know that trap's not getting stolen and I trust myself enough to not worry about any non-targets, I don't have a problem with it at all. They might, but I've done it several times. Um, there's several spots where I've caught 30 raccoons over the last 5 years, and then all of a sudden the homeowner finds out I'm trapping there and then gives me a nice, nasty little letter. This is my property, this and that. And technically it's public, and I've trapped a lot of coons here for years. You didn't know I was even here, but it is what it is. So, Brad, you take care, buddy. Yeah, it's almost 11. It's like 3 hours past your bedtime for your age, so I get it. I'm just messing with you. You take care, buddy. I'll be texting you soon, my man. Yeah, Nebraska has some good deer too. Oh, all right, guys, we're gonna head out of here. It is almost 11 too, and I'm to that age now. I gotta get some kind of sleep for tomorrow. Since I gotta be at work at 6:30, work half a day, and then I got my daughter's birthday party with a whole bunch of 5 to 6-year-olds. So my daughter will enjoy it. Let's just say that, and she should. Oh no, Oscar, you're good. You're good, 100%. I appreciate you stopping in. Being from Malaysia, it's good to have someone from outside of the U.S. in here to kind of give their insight on how things work across the world, not just the country anymore, the world. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, PC, that sounds good, my man. Patrick, not even 9. Yeah, in California, it's not. It's late here. I'm looking forward to the season, though, guys. You got to keep pushing yourself. And by pushing yourself, if that means setting records, if that means going out and just setting a trap, go out there, have fun, and push yourself. Don't ever stop. Yeah, there you go, Patrick. There you go. Oh, there you go, Tony. For sure. For sure. So, but I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. It's been fun. We might do this Monday or Tuesday night. We might do a school night live. Just depends. I got to finish up a roofing job on Monday. Tuesday, finish scouting my line, get the shop cleaned up, and that's my last day off until pre-staking. So, it's here, guys. It is here. It is that time, and I'm looking forward to it. So, y'all take care. I'll see you on the next live. This has been awesome. Push yourself, find your drive, guys. Go out there, have fun. Take a kid trapping with you. Show somebody that might not always be an outdoorsman what we are about, and teach them and educate them on why we do what we do. Because education is everything. If we don't do that, we're going to die. We are. So, thanks, guys. Y'all take care, and we'll see you in a few days.